Okay students, now I am going to explain the projectile topic. What is a projectile? A body which is thrown into air, that is called as the projectile. Anything that you thrown into the air, that is said to be projectile. Projectile is a body, right? A body which is thrown into air, it is said to be projectile. These are two types, okay, in the motion in a plane. That is the oblique projectile and the horizontal projectile. Now let us discuss the first concept, oblique projectile. What is oblique projectile? What is oblique projectile? Oblique projectile means what? Okay, a body thrown into air at an angle other than 90 degree with the horizontal is called as oblique projectile. Very simple. If you throw any object other than 90 degree, right? If you throw any object at an angle other than 90 degree with the horizontal, then that object is said to be oblique projectile. Let us discuss the regarding the oblique projectile. Examples. Okay. A ball hit by the cricketer. For example, if the cricketer hit the ball with the bat, okay, ball hit by the bat, okay, and how that ball will go, and the path of the ball is said to be oblique projectile, okay. And now let us discuss one topic, that is show that the trajectory of projectile trajectory of projectile is parabola. Trajectory of projectile is parabola. This I want to show. Then how we can show? Trajectory of projectile is parabola. We will derive the projectile equation. Okay, projectile general motion equation we have to derive. Very important topic. Listen very carefully. Then what is this? We have to show that the trajectory of the projectile is parabola. Then how we will show it? You listen very carefully. Let us take the two dimension. This is x-axis. This is the y-axis. I am throwing one object. For example, I am throwing one object with some velocity u at an angle theta with the horizontal. Then that object will go along this path. The object will travel along this path. This is the path along which the object traveled. This is the path along which the object traveled. After some time, the body reaches this point. Okay. And here it travels some distance along the x-axis and some distance along the y-axis. When the object goes from this point to this point, right? For example, it takes t time to travel from O to P. Okay, this is the point O and this is the point P. The time taken to travel from O to P is the t, let us consider. Okay, let us, very simple it is. For example, ball hit by the cricketer bat. At that moment the ball goes like this. For example, if it is goes to the 6, then it will go like this. Here the indirectly where the bat gives some velocity, for applies some force to the object ball, and the ball will going with some velocity at certain angle with the horizontal means x-axis. This is the horizontal parallel to the surface of earth. Then we thrown with certain angle, that angle is not equal to 90 degree, then object travel along this path. If it goes to the 6, then this is the path along which the object travel. That path is called as the trajectory. This path is called as the trajectory. Trajectory means what? Path followed by the path followed by the path followed by the projectile. Path followed by the projectile. The path along which the object travel. This is the blue line is the path along which the object travel. That blue line is called as the trajectory of projectile. Projectile means body that is thrown into air, right? Path followed by the projectile, path followed by this body, right? That is along the blue line, and that is said to be trajectory. Path followed by the projectile is called as trajectory. This is the trajectory. What we have to show that this trajectory is in parabolic shape. You see the blue line is the trajectory along which the object travel and hits the ground at here, right? And now this is the path along which the object travel. We have to show that that trajectory or the path is in the shape of parabola. Then for that purpose I will derive the general equation for the projectile. Then for example, object travel from O to P, right? It takes some displacement along the y-axis, some displacement along the x-axis. You see simultaneously it is going along the x-axis and y-axis. When object goes from O to P, it little bit goes forward. You should follow the cursor. Goes along the x-axis and also goes to certain height, right? That means it travels some height at here. That what is that height from the figure? The height we can take as the y, right? That means if this point is x comma y, right? X, the object travel from O to P means travel x distance along the x-axis and y distance along the y-axis. That means simultaneously it is going along the x and y-axis. That's why we say that it is moving in the plane. Okay, we resolve the velocity into components, right? One object thrown into air with initial velocity, right? With initial velocity u, making an angle theta with the horizontal, right? We thrown object at certain with certain velocity, that is u, at an angle theta, that is going simultaneously along the x and y axis. That's why component of velocity along the x axis, that is the said to be horizontal component. We divide the velocity u into components, right? That is velocity along the x axis is the ux and velocity along the y axis is the uy, right? Along the x axis velocity is said to be, right, horizontal velocity, horizontal component of velocity. Along the y axis is said to be vertical component of velocity. Velocity is divided into two parts, right? Then what is horizontal component of velocity? Can anyone tell the formula for the horizontal component of velocity? Very good. That is, we divided the velocity into two parts. We divided this is the velocity u, that is divided into two parts. That is some velocity along the x-axis, some velocity along the y-axis, right? That is u suffix s is the u cos theta. And next I want the vertical component. Vertical component means this component is along the x-axis, right? Vertical component is along the y-axis. What is the vertical component? That is the velocity along the y-axis. That is u sin theta. Very good, very good. But along the x-axis, Along the x-axis there is no velocity acceleration. Gravity will act only vertically. Acceleration due to gravity acts only vertically, right? That's why along the x-axis, acceleration is zero, right? Along x-axis, no gravity, no acceleration. Along x-axis, acceleration is zero. That's why velocity is constant. What is the velocity along the x-axis? That is a u cos theta. That will be remains constant. But along y-axis, the object travel with some object has some acceleration due to gravity, right? That's why velocity, initial velocity along the y-axis is how much? Tell me from the figure. Along the y-axis, initial velocity is u sin theta. But while going up, the vertical velocity decreases, and when it comes to the maximum height at this location, the vertical velocity become zero. Here it has the horizontal velocity, that is the horizontal velocity is constant, that is the u cos theta, but the vertical velocity at this location is zero, because from here it will not go vertically upward. That means vertical velocity is what? This is the u sin theta, is the vertical velocity that is useful to move the object in upward, and u cos theta is the velocity that is used to move the object along the horizontal, right? Let us see. Along the horizontal velocity constant because there is no acceleration, but along the vertical velocity decreases while going up, and at the highest point the vertical velocity becomes zero, and while coming down again the velocity is increases. You know, very simple matter. That is the velocity along the y-axis. If you throw any object, then that will be decreases. At maximum height it will become zero. Velocity that is decreases. Which velocity it is? Vertical velocity, right? Vertical velocity. What happens to the vertical velocity? Is it constant? No, while going up it will be decreases. Vertical velocity decreases and it become zero at maximum height. Is it correct? Zero at maximum height. Why it becomes zero at maximum height? Yes, it will never go to upward again from maximum height. From this location it will come down only. That means here the velocity which is useful to move upward will become zero. Here initially velocity which is useful to move upward is u sin theta, but after reaching the maximum height, this is the maximum height. Object is traveling like this. This is the position, right? The maximum height position at here, the vertical velocity become zero, right? Vertical velocity decreases and it becomes zero at maximum height, and it increases while falling down from maximum height. Okay, right? And now what we have to show it here, we have to show that the trajectory of projectile is a parabola. For that we have to take along x-axis. What we have to write the values. Along the x-axis we write like this, right? Along the x-axis initial velocity is what? For example, we are considering that object travel from O to P. Okay, object travel from O to P, right? Then at that moment in time t, it takes x displacement along the x-axis and y displacement along the y-axis. Is it correct? Object travel from O to P. You see this picture. Object travel from O to P. It takes some displacement along the x-axis, some displacement along the y-axis. What is the displacement along x-axis? Yes, x. Right. Now let us go for it. Along x-axis, this derivation is very important. Along x-axis, what is the initial velocity? Along the x-axis velocity is u cos theta. Very good. Along x-axis there is no acceleration. Acceleration due to gravity and gravitational force acts only along vertical. There is no acceleration along the x-axis. And what is the displacement along x-axis? X, right? And how much time it traveled? T. Then substitute all values in the equation which relates these four quantities, right? Along the x-axis, velocity is u, acceleration is 0, and displacement is x, time is t. We use s is equal to ut plus half a t square. S is what? X. U is what? U cos theta. Time is what? T. Plus a is 0. That's why the second term totally becomes 0. Is it correct? This term will become 0. Then we will get this equation. From this, if you write the t formula, we will get as x by u cos theta. Is it correct? This is considered as the equation 1, right? And the next, I want to derive along the y-axis. What happens along the y-axis? Along y-axis also object traveling, because simultaneously it will go along the y-axis and x-axis also in the plane. What is the velocity along the y-axis? Yes, u sin theta. Initial velocity is u sin theta, but acceleration initially it is going up. When you throw like this, yes, initially it is going up, then after that it will goes down. That means acceleration you should take as minus g. Then how much displacement it is taking? How much displacement it is taking while traveling from O to P? Right, it takes some displacement along the x-axis, that is x, but along the y-axis y, right? And displacement is y in time t. You use the same formula, that is what? S is equal to ut plus half a t square. Now substitute all values in this. S is y, right? Y-axis displacement, y-axis velocity, right? Y-axis velocity is u sin theta. X-axis velocity is u cos theta. Total velocity is u. Total velocity is u. U divided into two parts, right? U cos theta and u sin theta. You substitute all values in this. Y is equal to u sin theta into t plus a is minus g. Then we write as minus half gt square. Is it correct? Any doubt? If you have doubt, you can ask me. Now let us substitute the equation 1 in this equation. Then y is equal to, we write as u sin theta into t. T is what? From equation 1. X by u cos theta, right? Minus half g. T is what? X by u cos theta whole square. How we are writing this one? From equation 1. Now simplify it. U cancel. Sin theta by cos theta is the tan theta. Is it correct? Sin theta by cos theta is tan theta into x minus g by 2 into this u cos theta whole square is there. We write as u square cos square theta into this x square is there in the numerator. We write x square. Is it correct? Whether you understood this one or not? Huh? Not understood? And this is said to be projectile equation. Okay, this is the projectile equation. Y is what? Y is what? Displacement along y-axis. Is it correct? Displacement along y-axis. What is x? What is x? Displacement along displacement along x-axis. Is it correct? Okay. Now here we got this equation. Let some terms we can take it here. That is displacement along x-axis for projectile, projectile displacement both are, right? Let us consider that tan theta we can consider as capital A, and g by 2 u square cos square theta consider as b. Then at that moment what you will get? Will you say y is equal to, we will get as ax minus bx square. This is the projectile equation. Projectile equation. Okay, right. This one equation 2 or 3 is said to be projectile equation. Projectile motion equation, this one, right? That means this projectile equation is similar to the parabolic equation. Parabolic equation also like this only there. That means from above equation we say that from above equation we say that the trajectory of projectile is is what we can say parabola. Why? How we say it as parabola? For example, somebody gave that y is equal to 2x. Can you say if any equation is like this, y is equal to mx, can you say the nature of the graph, how it will be there, graph between the y and x? Will you say how it will be there? Do you know y is equal to x graph, how it will be there? This is the general form of equation which is passing through the origin, straight line equation passing through the origin. Like that, the general equation of projectiles are there: y square equal 4ax, x square is equal 4ay. Like this, y is equal to x minus x bx square. These are all general equation of parabola, right? That you will learn in the mathematics. Equation of parabola, equation of straight line, right? Like that, equation of ellipse, equation of circle. Like that, you will learn the equations for the different shapes. This is the general equation of the projectile. That means we derived the this equation for the projectile, but that we got is parabolic equation. That's why the path followed by the projectile is parabola. That path means the way along which the object travel is the parabola. For example, if you throw any object like this, then it will follow this path, and this is the trajectory. This path is said to be trajectory. The trajectory is in the shape of parabola, right? Clear, students? If you have any query regarding this topic, you can ask me now. You should remember the equation 2 and equation 3 also, right? Is it clear, everything? Respond immediately. If you have doubt, you can ask me. I think you are writing the notes also. Tell me. No doubt, na? Can I continue? Okay. Right. Simple projectile means we discussed. Now, some more important topics regarding the projectile I am going to explain. Right. First one is the time of ascent of projectile. Time of ascent means what? Time taken by the projectile to reach the maximum height. Time taken or time required by the projectile to reach the maximum height. To reach maximum height. To reach the maximum height, how much time requires? That time is said to be time of ascent. Time taken by the projectile to reach maximum height is called as time of ascent. Time of ascent. Look at here very carefully, and this is the projectile, right? This is the x-axis and y-axis. I thrown some object at certain angle, right? Theta with the x-axis, and the object is traveling like this, right? And it is the maximum height, right? Object travel in its path, right? And how much time taken to travel from ground to maximum height, right? Ground to maximum height, from here to here, right? And maximum height to ground is said to be time of descent. Then the total time is the time of flight. Then I want the time of ascent now. What is the component of velocity along the x-axis? Can anyone tell? You cast it on a component of velocity along the y-axis. U sin theta. U को दो भाग में split करो. You divide. Yes, you divide the initial velocity u that you are throwing, right? With which you are throwing that you into two parts. U cos theta and u sin theta, right? Then here time of ascent means time required to reach the maximum height. Maximum height occurs along the y-axis. That's why you should take along the y-axis. Right, let's go along y-axis. We will start. Along y-axis, what is the initial velocity? Yes, tell me fast. Huh? Acceleration what? Initial velocity u sin theta. Acceleration minus g. Y minus g going up. That's why minus g. Displacement how much? No need of displacement. After reaching maximum height, upward going velocity becomes 0. From this location at maximum height, it never goes upward. That's why upward going velocity is 0 at maximum height. And time taken to travel from point of projection to maximum height is the time of ascent. Is it correct, students? All the things? Yes or no? Have you understood these conditions? Y velocity 0, y u is u sin theta. We are taking the y-axis only. You consider all y-axis. Along y-axis velocity is starting velocity u sin theta. After reaching maximum height, along y-axis no velocity because it never goes upward. Further, it never goes upward from maximum height. That's why upward velocity becomes 0. Vertical velocity becomes 0. And to reach the maximum height, the time taken is time of ascent. Then v is equal, we can use u plus at. That is the equation which relates these four terms. V is 0, u is u sin theta, a is minus g, t is ta. Then gta is equal to u sin theta. Then what is ta? Yes, time of ascent is what? Tell me. U sin theta by g. This we can also say that u suffix y by g, vertical component of velocity. U sin theta is the vertical component of velocity. Is it correct? Yes or no? U suffix y, vertical component of initial velocity is u sin theta. Time of ascent formula आ गया आपको? What is that? U sin theta by g. Next, I want the time of descent. Time of descent. Time of descent is the t suffix d. What is time of descent? Time of descent means time taken by the body to reach the ground from maximum height. Time of descent means time taken by the body. The time taken by the body. Yes, tell me. Time taken by the body to reach what? To reach ground. From where? Very good, very good, very good, very good. From maximum height. Right? How much time takes to reach the ground from maximum height? That is the time of descent. But the time of descent generally equal to time of ascent. I am not going to derive. Right? The time of descent is again equal to same u sin theta by g. That's all. Time of ascent is u sin theta by g, and time of descent also u sin theta by g. Next, time of flight I want. What is time of flight? Time of flight means total time. This is total time in which the object flies. Okay, right. Object travel from this location to this location like this. The total time to travel from this location to this location. It starts from the ground again reaches the ground. Right? The sum of time of ascent plus time of descent is said to be time of flight. Sum of time to reach the maximum height is time of ascent. Time to reach the ground is, right, time of descent. Time to reach the maximum height, right, that is the time of ascent. Time to reach the ground from maximum height, time of descent. The total time, right, total time is the time of flight. That is the sum of time of, yes, tell me, time of ascent and, right, time of descent is called as time of flight. Time of flight. Then what is the time of flight? It is the sum of time of ascent and time of descent. Then let's go for it. Time of ascent is u sin theta by g. Time of descent also u sin theta by g. Then let's see. We will add both of them. What you will get? 2u sin theta by g. Is it correct? This is the formula for time of flight. Okay, right. Next one is the very important point derivation I am going to give. That is the maximum height and range of projectile. Maximum height reached by the projectile. Maximum height of projectile. What is the maximum height of oblique projectile? That formula I am going to derive. You should listen very carefully, and it is very important topic. That what is the maximum height? This derivation also I will give you. That maximum height of projectile means what? How much time it will takes to reach the maximum height? That is the time of ascent. But maximum height is what? Okay, you see, if you throw any object like this with some velocity u, it is traveling like this. It is reaching some maximum height, right? The maximum vertical distance traveled before its vertical velocity becomes 0. That is called as the maximum height. You see, the vertical velocity is decreasing. Vertical velocity is decreasing while going up. Here the vertical velocity becomes 0. Before its vertical velocity becomes 0, it travels some distance along the y-axis. That is the maximum height. Maximum height from the figure is h. That is also along the y-axis, right? It is the maximum vertical distance. Maximum vertical distance traveled by the projectile. Okay? Maximum vertical distance traveled by projectile. Is it right? Vertical means what? Along y-axis, how much maximum it travel. This is not maximum, this is not maximum, this is not maximum, this is the maximum distance traveled along the y-axis. But the maximum vertical distance traveled by projectile is said to be maximum height. Then this maximum height will be occurs along the y-axis you should take. Why you should take along y-axis? Can you tell? This is the height means vertical. Vertical is the y-axis. What is the initial velocity along the y-axis? Can anyone tell? U sin theta. What is the acceleration along the y-axis? Along the y-axis, going up means minus g, going down means plus g, but here it is going up minus g. And how much displacement it is taken along the y-axis? It travel h distance. Only y-axis you have to take. Only y-axis. Don't take this down. Right? Next. After reaching the maximum height, what is the final velocity? After reaching final velocity 0. Then we use one relation which gives the one equation which gives the relation between the v, u, a, s. What is that? V square minus u square is equal to 2as. Is it correct? V square is a 0 square. U is the u sin theta whole square is equal to 2 into a is minus g, s is capital H. Clear, students? Now we have to simplify it. Let us see. Minus u square sin square theta is equal minus 2gh. Minus minus gets cancelled, and here h formula I want to get, that is u square sine square theta by 2g. Is it correct, students? This is the formula for maximum height. Maximum height. Okay, that is for the projectile. What is theta 8 here? What is theta 8 here? Huh? What is theta? Angle of projection. Right. Okay, angle of projection we can say. With how much angle we are projecting. Angle between the initial velocity and horizontal. What is u? In velocity of projection. Initial velocity of projection, right? With how much velocity we are projecting, right? U velocity. G is what? Acceleration due to gravity. Is it clear, students? This is the maximum height. Next, what is the range? Range means what? Next one is the range. We will discuss the range, and we may close the today topic. First we start the range, right? Range of projectile, very important formula. Range of projectile. Range of projectile. What is range? Maximum vertical distance is the maximum height. Maximum horizontal distance is the range. Maximum horizontal distance is the range. Okay, clear, students? Horizontal distance means what? You see very carefully, you should hear. Very important topic, this one. If you throw some object with some velocity u, and you should by heart the formulas also. Okay, this is the maximum height it is reaching, and it travels some distance along the x-axis, right? That the distance traveled along the x-axis, maximum distance traveled along the x-axis, is said to be range. Okay, along the x-axis initial velocity is u cos theta. What is the time taken to travel from this location to this location? Point of projection to point where it hits the ground. That is equal to time of flight, right? The time taken to travel from this location to this location, right? That is the time of flight, total time. Now let us see. Range means that is the maximum what? Range is the horizontal distance. Maximum horizontal distance traveled. Maximum horizontal distance traveled by the projectile. Maximum horizontal distance traveled by the projectile during its time of flight. During its time of flight is called as range of projectile. Is called as range. It is denoted with capital R. This is the whether it is along x-axis or along y-axis. Horizontal means along x-axis. Is it correct? You take all components along x-axis only. What is the initial velocity along the x-axis? Can you tell? Right. What is the acceleration along the x-axis? 0. What is the displacement taken along the x-axis? I want the maximum displacement along the x-axis. That is the along the x-axis maximum traveled r, and for the time taken is equal to time of flight. Is it correct? Now let us substitute all values in this to get the equation for the range. What you have to do it here, do like this. S is equal to, we have to use the formula, that is ut plus half at square. What is S at here? R. U is the u cos theta, that is along x-axis. T is the t, plus half a is the 0 into t square. Then finally we are getting one equation, that is u cos theta into t. Right? This is the one equation. But we know already t formula also. What is that t formula? T is the time of flight. Previously we derived the time of flight formula. Yes or no? Huh? What is that? 2u sin theta by g. Is it correct? 2u sin theta by g. Now let us simplify it because we know very well this time of flight formula just now we derived. It is a sum of time of ascent and time of descent, right? And now let us simplify some more to get the final equation of the range, right? What we have to do it here, you see, this is the u into u square we write, huh? And the remaining we write as 2 sin theta cos theta. By in the denominator we will write as g, and finally we are getting the u square 2 sin theta cos theta we write as the sin 2 theta. Do you know this formula? Don't know? Huh? Students, in trigonometry there is a formula is there, sin 2 theta equal to sin theta cos theta. That the final equation we got as u square sin 2 theta by g. You should remember it. This is the formula for the range. And here this we can also write in another format. This u cos theta we write as ux. Can I write like this? Huh? Horizontal component ux. U sin theta we write as uy. Can I write like this? 2 into this is ux and this is uy. U sin theta is uy by g. This is also correct. Is it correct, students? Huh? Nandin, what? This one, last step. U cos theta is what actually? Ux na, horizontal component of initial velocity na. We know ux as u cos theta and uy what you know? Vertical component of initial velocity u sin theta. Do you know these formulas? U cos theta, ux is u cos theta, uy is u sin theta. Ux means what? We divided the u into components. We divided the u is the initial velocity of projection. That we divided into components. Some velocity along the x-axis, that is ux. Some velocity along the y-axis, uy. Ux का formula what? U cos theta. Uy का formula what? U sin theta. Here I am writing u cos theta as ux, u sin theta is uy. You should follow the cursor. There is one equation is there, r is equal to u cos theta into 2u sin theta by g. In this u cos theta I wrote as ux, u sin theta I wrote as uy, and then 2 into this is ux, this is uy by g. Understood now? Okay. This is the range, and the next within 2 minutes I am going to complete. When we will get the maximum range? Condition for maximum range, very important. Surely you will get the question. Condition for maximum range. Condition for maximum range, very important. You will get surely one bit from this. Maximum range condition is you want to throw the object in such a way that it should be fall very long distance. Then range of projectile is what formula? Range of oblique projectile formula is what? Just now we derived na. U square sin square nahi hai ye wala. This is not sin square. This is sin 2 theta. 2 sin theta cos theta we write as sin 2 into theta, not sin square theta. This one sin 2 into theta. Sin square theta is different from sin 2 theta. You don't know this one? Sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta. Okay, then you remember now. Just you remember like this. Okay, 2 sin theta cos theta is sin 2 into theta. Okay, this is sin 2 theta. If you wrote the sin square theta, you change it as sin into theta. Previously maximum height sin square hai. in the maximum height derivation, right, this is u sin theta whole square is there, u square sin square root theta, but only in the range formula it is sin 2 theta. Understood? Right. Right. Range depends upon initial velocity and sin 2 theta, angle of projection also. Range proportional to sin 2 theta, is it correct? Huh? What is the maximum value of sin? If sin 2 theta is 1, right? In order to get the r as maximum value, I want to get r maximum. Okay? When you will get the r maximum, you should get the sin 2 theta should be maximum. Do you know maximum value of sin 2 theta? No. Sin value is 9. Sin 1 it is. Maximum value of sin is 1. Then for what angle you will get the 1 at here? Can I write maximum sin 2 theta? Here we write as a sin 90 degree. Sin 90 degree is 1. Sin cancel. 2 theta is 90 degree. Then theta is 45 degree. If any object is thrown at an angle 45 degree with the horizontal, then at that moment it can achieve the maximum range. In order to achieve maximum range, if angle of projection is 45 degree, if angle of projection is 45 degree, then the range become what? Maximum. Is it correct? That means if theta is 45 degree means sin 2 theta become maximum, then the range become maximum. Range maximum is, for example, you know, in Olympics we got gold medal or something in javelin throw, right? He thrown like this and it will go long distance, right? The range should be maximum. For that, with how much angle he should throw? Tell me. 45 degree. If we throw at an angle 45 degree, it will go to maximum distance. In police SI selection, in shot put thrown hota hai. If you want to throw the shot put to long distance, then at that moment you should throw at 45 degree. The range become maximum. What is the formula for the maximum range? U square sin 245 degree. 2 theta na? Range formula what? U square. Yes, tell me. U square sin 2 theta by g na? Theta 45 degree it should be. Then when theta 45, then r become maximum. Then maximum range is u square sin 90 value is 1. U square by g. This is the formula for the maximum range. Clear, students, everything? Today topic is very important. I am recording this video, right?